All right, we're going to talk about BMW G650 GS versus the KLR. Why I made the decision and why I'm sticking with the Sertao. Number one, the KLR is a great bike. It's an entry-level dual sport bike that anybody can afford to buy and get out there and ride. I've said this in other videos. It's really a great bike. However, it's got known deficiencies that Kawasaki doesn't seem interested in fixing. I bought a 2009 to start with, and I did a lot of research on it, but I found so many things that were just plain stupid, like the triple tree bearings, the way the fender is set up with the fins on it and everything. It drives water into your triple tree bearings that washes them out, and twice I had to pull it apart, clean them up, and the second time I had to replace the bearings. And I got another good friend with Suburban Rider. He helped me do research on it, and he found out what was going on, and we constructed something to get me home till I could get back to the Busted Knuckle Central, where we permanently fixed it by putting a metal plate on there to keep the wash off the triple tree lower bearing, which will move its way up to the upper triple tree bearing. The doohickey, stupid. The thermostat, you have to buy the thermobob to fix that issue. Otherwise, your piston goes from, your cylinder goes from round to like a football. Eventually it'll do that. It's just stupid shit like that that they know about it, because in 2008 and 2009 they upgraded the doohickey lever, but they didn't change the spring system. And this isn't just a knock on the KLRs, because I'm going through a knock on the damn BMW Sertao also. When I was on the forums, KLR650.net, you'll hear 75% of the people going, dude, all they gotta do is fuel inject this son of a bitch. Kawasaki doesn't want to do that. So I've been in the hunt, and when BMW brought the Dakar / Sertao back to the States, and I saw it had a 21-inch front and a 17 rear, that's my rake, I was dead on it. It's just shit like that Kawasaki's got a 1-year warranty. The Sertao, even though the engine's made in Lochin, China, at the Lochin plant, the engine's, I think it's only built there and then they assemble it in Berlin. Doesn't really matter. They back it with a 3-year warranty, and that includes roadside assistance. Okay, up here, when I first called them up and told them I want this thing towed in, they didn't think the bike was still under warranty, so they quoted me a price of $200 to have it towed in. I went, okay, wait a minute. I bought this bike June 9th, 2012. It's got 4,955 miles on it. I said, double check it, because I ran into this the last time. And they did, and they went, oh, yep, our mistake. Okay, no problem. So far, it's been towed twice, it's 400 bucks. If the driver last night would have showed up, that would have been the third time, that's 600 bucks. I mean, if you want to knock it down to 150, you want to knock it down to 100 bucks, I'm game with that. But that's all coming off the purchase price. I didn't pay extra for the 3-year warranty. I didn't pay extra for the roadside assistance. You buy the KLR, you have to pay extra for the extended warranty. You have to pay extra for roadside assistance. It's fuel injected. It's got ABS brakes. Try that on a KLR. Okay, it's $4,000 or $3,500 more for the Sertao than it is for the KLR. But start thinking about what you already know you're going to have to fix. You're going to have to do the doohickey. You're going to have to do the thermobob. You want heated grips, you're going to have to buy those. You're going to have to add that in. I'm not trying to justify buying the Sertao over the KLR. I'm just trying to explain my thinking on it. As far as, I get a lot of comments about, you guys think I should be more pissed off about the BMW not performing to whatever standards that you guys are holding it to. Yeah, the KLR will run. It'll run and run and run. But you got 1 year. If that son of a bitch doesn't blow up in that first year, you're on the hook. I still have 2 years and 3 months left of warranty. And it's almost down to 2 months now. 2 years and 2 months. But that bike can do whatever it wants to do. If it wants to blow the engine up, I'm not worried about it. They can replace the engine. Try that with a KLR. Kawasaki's not going to do a goddamn thing for you. With the fuel injection, it's got more horsepower. It's got more pep. With the Brembo brakes and the ABS, it stops quicker and way faster than my 2009 KLR ever did. And I've got this Sertao set up identical to what I had on the GOAT, the 2009 KLR. I don't know, guys. Call me crazy. I'm just real patient, and I understand you're always going to have an issue on anything you buy. You're going to have an issue on a car or a truck. They all have recalls. The BMW Sertao does not have any recalls at this point. The KLR had one recall, and that was for rubbing on the wiring harness. Really? Why didn't they just put it in a convoluted tubing so it wouldn't have the wiring rub issue? I don't know. It's just shit like that that makes me go, hmm. So, as far as Barbie goes, this shit's all minor. Okay, it leaks oil. It's not, quote, dependable. It could be dependable. I mean, I could have added a half a quart of oil and kept going. But it was dark. It was a lonely stretch of road. I can't see what's going on. I don't know how much oil's running out. I can't even look down and see if my boot's got oil on it. So I had to draw the line at some point, and when I hit, quote, civilization, that's when I decided to make the call and say, All right. He's got a trailer. Let's drag it. I'll pay for the gas, whatever. Let's drag it back and we'll deal with it in the light of day in safety. I can't deal with it on the side of the road when it's below freezing and nothing around. I mean, yeah, I can fix it and everything, but how froze am I going to be at that point? I mean, it was an educated decision to do that. I'm hoping this dealer, I talked at length with the service manager and told him my concerns, told him what I'm planning on doing. I've still got another 1,000 miles to run on it before I'm back in, you know, home turf and shit like that. But I don't know. You guys just have to understand that I believe in this bike. I think it's a great bike. I think it's twice the bike that any KLR is, even with the 705. Your brakes are always going to suck on the KLR. You can put the oversized disc on it, but it's still going to suck. The braking. You're running through brake pads. I was running through a pair every summer, and then wintertime I'd have to put new ones on. And then by the end of winter, for what I do, then the pistons would freeze up. I'm not having any issues with my calipers at all on this one. It's just an all-around better built bike than the KLR. And yeah, I used to give RWR shit about it, and he'd give me shit right back, and that's how our relationship developed, was the constant banter back and forth. But when he looked at this bike, he's like, I can't believe you're having the problems with this. I can't believe they put this kind of bullshit out on the road. BMW is not going to put out bullshit on the road. They're going to fix it because it's going to keep costing them money. So my incentive is to roadside assistance every goddamn time the son of a bitch breaks down, whether it's oil leaking or whatever, just to bring it to their attention. I go to the forums, I go and Google BMW Sertao oil leaks. Nobody's got this issue but me. So far. Personally, I think it's the dealer in Omaha. Not so much the dealer, but the dealer's mechanic. I think he shortcutted a lot of shit. I anticipate this dealer is going to fix it correctly. And I'm not going to push him. I'm going to take as much time as you want. He said, well, we're probably going to have to wait for better weather to get out and test ride it. I said, call me. I'll take it out and test ride it. There's nothing that you need to actually be on the bike to test. The test is whether it leaks or not. That is the test. So, from the garage, NT8, without the Barbie, without the goat, brass tacks, yo. Later.